Coming up on Look Today, the HUD conference took place today at the Saratoga Springs City Center. I've got details. And Make-A-Wish Foundation grants its 1600th wish. More on that coming up. And pharmaceutical companies do more to combat the heroin epidemic. And it's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. In tonight's program I sit down with Jim Goodspeed. He's a race director of the Glens Falls Rotary 5K Run, and we're joined by Kim Bren. She's the executive director of the Greater Glens Falls Senior Center. And they're here to talk about the upcoming race. I also sit down with Marty Vonix. He's the president of the Saratoga County Prosperity Project, and he's here to talk about economic development in Saratoga County. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, the HUD conference was held today at the Saratoga Springs City Center. The Housing and Development meeting was attended by Mayor Joanne Yepsen of Saratoga, as well as mayors of other cities, including Albany, Glens Falls, and Troy. Now, the topics of discussion included development in downtown Saratoga, addressing the homeless population, making housing more affordable, as well as bridging the socioeconomic divide throughout the region. Now, the conference was also attended by hundreds of guests. The opening reception took place on Sunday for a meet and greet with the officials, which was held at the Canfield Casino. Now, we were there and we spoke to Mayor Joanne Yepsen about the economic impact of hosting this conference.
So as the host, it's my pleasure to really share our city with the rest of the world, and we do expect that hundreds of people will be walking around downtown and spending money, just like every other conference. So it's an economic vitality issue as well.
Right. In other news, well, the Northeast Make-A-Wish Foundation granted its 1600th wish. Lucia Hogan received the wish yesterday at a Hawaiian-themed party, which was held at the Middle Falls Fire Department. Now, why this theme? Well, she's heading to Hawaii with her family to fulfill her wish of swimming with sharks. Can't make this stuff up. Lucia's wish of facing the ocean's fiercest predator marks the Northeast Make-A-Wish Foundation's milestone of granting its 1600th wish. We spoke to her about the upcoming trip.
I wanted to go to Hawaii. I figured it was the perfect place for me and my family to go. I thought we'd have a lot of fun there. And I've always wanted to go. Obviously, it's beautiful.
Wow. Now, we also spoke with Bill Trigg. He's the CEO of Make-A-Wish Northeastern New York, and he talked about the milestone.
Our 1,600th wish for our Northeast New York chapter. So not only are we excited about being able to help send her off on her Hawaii wish, but the fact that she's our 1600th wish recipient is very exciting for us.
What a great organization. Switching from news to weather. Today was cloudy with some rain and wind chill. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, we're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. Back to the news. Well, we've got an update on the heroin and opioid epidemic. As of last month, all drug prescriptions in New York must now be filled electronically. This will allow pharmacists to track all prescriptions for patients. This will also help avoid what's known as doctor shopping. Now, this is a term that's used to describe patients who attempt to obtain multiple prescriptions from various doctors. Now, up until recently, there were certain painkiller drugs which specifically had to be filled out on paper. This new system is a continuation of a 2012 law that requires doctors to check an online registry. This registry shows whether patients have had a history of controlled substance abuse. In other news, over the weekend, SPAC in Saratoga held a job fair. The concert venue is hiring potential employees for its upcoming 50th anniversary season. Now, the different positions include security, guest services, and the all-loving parking attendants. This year's anniversary season features big acts such as Mumford & Sons, Dixie Chicks, Dave Matthews Band, and Fish. Now, we spoke to Ken Appler. He's the operations manager for the open house.
We have a jam-packed season this year, probably about 26 concerts, and we're looking to fill the part-time seasonal employment roles at SPAC. First priority is actually our security department.
Up next, I sit down with Jim Goodspeed. He's the race director of the Glens Falls Rotary 5K Run, and we're joined by Kim Brandt. She's the executive director of the Greater Glens Falls Senior Center. They're here to talk about the upcoming race. I also sit down with Marty Vonnigs. He's the president of the Saratoga County Prosperity Project. He's here to talk about economic development in Saratoga County. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000.